Good morning, welcome back to another video. We've just cleaned out the burner, top chamber and bottom chamber, and hoovered up round near the bottom of the heat exchanger tubes. So we're just getting the burner going again. So we'll just get the fire going, as you can see. Doors just cracked open the bottom. Nice and clean. So just slowly introducing small bits, getting a nice load of embers before we close the doors up and turn on the main fans before it starts sucking it back down through the nozzles. But you do need a good ember layer before you can do that, really. So I'll just keep introducing these bits. Smells great. There's a load of cherry offcuts in there from where we were doing our cherry chunks. It's mainly just all the bark off the cherry. So right, we'll get this going and then we'll get up to temperature and I'm heading off on deliveries. A super steep driveway. I mean, that's pretty much level, and you can just see above the house it's super steep. I think they use me, and they like using me, firstly because the wood's lovely, but secondly no other delivery driver has managed to get up here. So the mighty grafter, I don't think it would get up here with an empty truck because the back wheels would slip. It's honestly steep, very steep. And also turning in, sometimes, obviously there's a car there today and I managed to get in because this thing turns on sixpence, but any other long wheelbase van, if it's got a big overhang on the back, it grinds out. And sometimes they can't even get in here anyway, but we're literally just facing the road. Front bumper's nearly on the floor. It's very, very steep. I can see how a normal van would grind out there. The mighty grafter, fantastic bit of kit. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Just get the grafter warmed up, fill up the burner, head out on deliveries. I've got one bulk bag of Hobbit logs, the tiny little logs, to go someone local. Then I'm going to go up to second depot and fill up with seasoned bulk bags and finish off my deliveries after that, and then back for more processing. I set the burner a lot lower last night because it was very cold, and we're still at 84, so that's good. I'll whack it up to 110 or so. Still a very nice load of embers in there. We'll put a load of small stuff on, get it right up to temperature real quick. So as you can see, we're keeping the humidity right down. That's the target. It's actually below the target now. So we're going to drop that down. I tend to go about 8 below what it's currently at. So we're going to say 27-ish. Fan coming on. I was going to film it when I was filling up last night. It was a lot colder than this, and there was steam pluming up between the two containers. So it was definitely doing its job last night. It's obviously working because I'd set it to 34, whatever it was, and when I left it, it was up around 40. So it's come down 6% overnight. Flan's flicking on and off there. Does come down pretty quick. That's the fan turned off. When the green light goes off, that's the fan off. It's starting to rise up again. It just does that all the time. I'll probably show you the data again from this kiln batch as well. So 1 or 2 times it's pretty much gone out, but it's looking good. I do also, I'll probably put a clip in here, had the electrician out yesterday. Or the day before, and he's put a meter on the kiln. So my electrician has put a meter on the kiln, so I'm going to know how much I'm using. But I am only using kiln 1 and the burner at the moment, so it's not a true representation, but it is telling me at least, well, what it cost me to run 1 kiln. And then when I get kiln 2 back up and running again, it's not the fact it's broken or anything. It's sunk a bit at the back, so we need to chock it up. And secondly, the road planings and the hardcore in front of kiln 2 have gone to mush after a pretty heavy frost we had the other day. We've had a lot of rain, so it's saturated, and then it's frozen and kind of lifted it all up, and it's not looking too good. So thank God I've got a bit of spare money at the moment after quite a lot of sales. We're actually going to do some concreting next week, so we've got to try and fit that into our busy schedule, but it's going to be night and day different. We're going to put a fairly big slab off my current slab. That's for stacking up IBCs, making it safer, because handling IBCs at height on uneven ground is very dangerous. So I've still got existing concrete on my plans, so keep putting it down. It's just expensive to put down, so we're just slowly putting it down every year. So yeah, that should be nice. As I say, trying to fit it in is going to be hard, but it's going to make a hell of a difference over the winter to come. So if we can get it down next week, we won't drive on it for say 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, and then yeah, it's going to be really nice. So yesterday was a pretty productive day. I got deliveries done in the morning, and then we got back and we made 24 cages. We've got local deliveries today. I've already done one of them, so I've only got 6 more drops to do. shouldn't take us too long. It's 8:20. So we should get back. Obviously we've got to go and fill up. I'll show you guys that. I'll show you how much we've eaten into that pile at second depot. And yeah, it's going well. I feel like we're just about getting ahead. I say we've got stock. We actually haven't got any kiln dried logs in stock at the moment, but the kiln load is on and potentially coming out tomorrow. Have to see how well it's looking. They only went in on Tuesday. But when you're running the burner on just the one kiln, you've got a lot of hot air going into one kiln, and it does dry out the air a lot. So it may well be out by tomorrow. If not, Saturday or Sunday. I'll have to change it over. I've got to go and pick up some road forms over the weekend for the concrete. I've got to order mesh if I can't get it off a local guy. I've got help coming as well to the concreting like last time. James Parnaby, he brings all his kit and makes it look very professional, and that will give us a decent stacking area for cages, and we can even then start going 4 high because it will be nice and flat and stable. So it will reduce how much space we use in the yard, because at the moment you don't really want to stack any more than 2 or 3 high on the road planings because it's so uneven and they do sink. So concrete's going to be a life changer. And then, as I say, if we've got a bit more spare money in the spring, we'll do another slab because it just needs doing. And once the yard is concreted, I may invest in a newer forklift, just because I don't want to buy a new forklift now and get it all, you know, covered in road planings. And if it's all concreted, it'll be a nice area for a new forklift to be. But that's kind of, you know, a couple of years to come really. We'll just nurse the forklift through at the moment, but no, it's looking up. Just, you know, you got a plan in your head, you just got to try and put it into action. I do enjoy the journey. Sometimes it's a bit stressful, but I enjoy the journey of building the business, and there is actually some very exciting things to come. I've got a meeting on Wednesday, and could be pretty, I wouldn't say life-changing, but it's definitely gonna change the business dramatically. So yeah, watch this space. But for now, we'll keep plodding on with this winter, keeping everyone happy. It's just a juggling act all the time with the kilns. Didn't bring my head cam with me. Now, I didn't film this other day, guys, but I did get another load of IBCs in, so we've got to get all them moved. That's the main yard as well. Pretty pleased about them. Literally just rang me up and said, do you want to load tomorrow? Yes please. And just turned up the next day, so I don't know, I just forgot to bring up the camera really. A lot of you guys are asking where I get them. It's taken me a while, well, a very long time to get a guy that just supplies them. It's not only what he does, but without the plastics, it did take me a while to find him. So yeah, I'm not gonna say I get them off, because I'm pretty much taking all what he's getting at the moment. But just keep asking around, speak to people. You know, it's the best thing. Before that, I was collecting them from farms, industrial estates, anywhere and anyone I can get them from, I was getting them from. So, right, I'm gonna. bit more timber to pick up. Get Ben to come and get this. It's good size. All hardwood. Adam's been putting the stuff aside, any decent stuff off arb jobs, brings it back, stacks it up, and then we'll get Ben to move it. So it's nice to have a bit more stuff coming in. Don't forget to head over to Aztec Tree Services or Aztec Group YouTube channel. They have been pushing it a lot more recently, and there's some fantastic videos. If you want to see more of the orange mog and the harvester and the forwarder and all the big forestry kit, don't forget to go over there and give them a subscribe and a like. We will be doing a video shortly of the harvester and also another place where I get my timber from. They have a 13 or 15 tonner with a harvesting head on it, harvesting ash at the moment, so we'll go over there and do some video of that. Might even take the drone if it's not raining, because that's all it seems to do at the moment. But yeah, so far been a good morning. As you can see, we are making a fairly decent dent into it. We put 6 bags on, and I put 6 on the floor here. That's too high, so that's easy to get to. I need 7 tomorrow, so I can grab one of those out of there. But yeah, I'm really pleased at how these have dried in here. They're actually a gorgeous product. I'm not surprised, but you know, I've never made that big of a pile, but there is decent airflow through here. There's a back door and a front door. And obviously, if this was one big loose heap, you would get less airflow, I think, than this. And you can stack this higher. Or you can stack it higher, but also that you don't have the triangle of the fall unless you have concrete panels all the way up. You can't stack it all the way up on the sides. So I believe you get more in with bags and you get better airflow, because firstly they're on pallets, and if it was on loose you can't scoop up with pallets there. So you get airflow underneath, you get airflow through the actual bags themselves. Granted, sometimes they're not a lot, but it's still better than nothing. If it was one big pile, you don't get the airflow in the middle of the pile. Secondly, or thirdly, they're already bagged up. You can see how easy it is. We can get the telehandler, fill up the fill up the grafter, and we're ready to deliver straight away. There's no faffing around with bagging up. It really isn't. It's so we're going to do exactly the same next year, even more. If we can get the whole shed filled up, I think there'll be close to 1,200 bags in here. I think I did about 750 this year, between 700 and 750, I think. I would like to keep a proper record, but I was just doing it by the lorry trailer load, and some trailer loads were slightly bigger than others, so it's hard to tell really. But I mean, you guys can do the maths. I mean, we've got 3, 6, 9, 12 on each row, and they're 12 for 4 high. Then it drops down to 10, and then sometimes we put 5 along the top if we can reach. And then there's, well, I believe there's 7 rows of that, so 7 or 8 rows, and then there's a stack of, there's only 3 high at the back, I think, because we didn't want to have them too high right at the back. So you guys can do the maths, but we've got still quite a lot anyway to go to. I think we'll be alright till after Christmas, and then it'll be relying on the kiln, and that's where the kiln comes into its own. Everyone else in the area has run out, and I'm just pumping out the kiln dried. It's night and day different. As soon as I built that kiln, my business went straight up. So if you're on the fence about building a kiln, I highly recommend it. Anyway, let's stop waffling. I've got to fill in my circuit and get delivering so we can get back and process it. I need to put a ramp on this barn as well, because that isn't good for the grafter coming down that step. did drive past over the M25 on the bridge, and there looks to be a vehicle fire. I doubt you'll be able to see it on this camera, so I'll try and get a little bit of footage on my phone. That's as far as my phone zooms in, but there's definitely a lot of foam over the M25 and a few fire trucks. Looks like it's all been put out now, but recovery's here. I wouldn't like to be stuck in that. The deliveries this morning. I've had a bit of a scrape up round here, had a bit of sort out. We're taking some metal to the scrap yard. This stuff, most of this stuff needs to go in a skip. A lot of plastic and stuff from IBCs. But as you can see, I had a bit of a scrape up here this morning. There was a big pile of like not wood chip, but all the bark and crap that comes off of these arb logs. Scraped that all up. It was all up here as well, so I've scraped that up. Now I've put it there, put a pile there, and a pile there. It's just all slop. So as you can see, it's just all sloppy mud. So that'll eventually dry out in the summer, and I'll get like a land rake on, and hopefully most of this timber's gone. I can have a real good kind of blend in and level it all out, and then I can just put it back to grass. So that'd be fine. The job at hand today is I'm just having a big clear up, really. All these arb logs I got for the burner, it's great, but they're just in the way. So we're going to bring IBCs round to here. I'm going to fill them up, and then as and when we need them, we can split them up or chainsaw them up. I was planning on doing it all into cages, but I just can't do it. Don't have the time, so we're going to get it into cages. There's probably 12 cages worth or something there. We've got the cages now, but I'd rather have them stacked up so we can move them easier. And then we've got this whole area for parking trailers and whatever else we need to do. Ideally, that sawdust trailer needs to be in a corner somewhere, because now it's in the middle of the yard. So I will get the lads to come and pick it up. It's actually getting pretty full now. Just sit over the top. So I'll get them to come pick it up, empty it, and when they bring it back, I can get them to move it more into the corner. But yeah, this rain is just causing havoc. This is a hardcore track, but it's gone a bit sloppy. So we're going to have to top it or concrete it one day. Ideally we want to concrete it, yeah. Right, let's crack on. Anything that I think will be able to go in to the burner, I'll put in one, and anything that needs splitting, I'll try and put in another. If they're all that thin, I know they're going to go in. But rings like this are going to need to be split in half. Oh. Had some guy drop off a load of poplar for free, which is great, but they're just a bit big. See, stuff like that will actually go through, I think, as long as it goes through the door. That go through. I think that would almost go through as well. So quite a lot does go through. It's more the depth that'll have to be split. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Just go through, sort them. That will have to be split. And at least we've got stacks of burner fuel ready. We are going to start going through it now. It's starting to get really cold, and bigger lumps like this are better for the burner for retaining the heat. This grab, if you've got a digger and don't have a rotating grab, save up and get one. They are like the Swiss Army knife of this woodyard, and I don't think I could run without it now. I'm so used to being able to do absolutely everything with this grab.
Granted, you could do this without the grab, but it'll be a lot slower.
So it's a few days later, and I just realised I didn't film an outro, but we managed to get all that arb waste into cages, which has cleared up this area nicely. We can now square up things and bit more usable space. It is a bit squelchy around here, but definitely more usable. We can park the digger here out the way and stuff like that, so definitely worth doing. And we can move things out the way, you know, move the cages out the way, and even start using the wood now, so a lot more handy. But that's going to be it for this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.